Hello and welcome back on Just Be, my dear friends. My name is Hannes. Today you will hear the spiritual attainment by the aid of music of the series The Mysticism of Sound and Music. So let us begin. Chapter 22. Spiritual Attainment by the Aid of Music. Before commencing this subject, I should like to explain first what the word spiritual means. Is it goodness, which may be called spiritual? Or is it wonder-working, a power to produce miracles, or a great intellectual power? The answer is no. The whole of life in all its aspects is one music, and to attune one's self to the harmony of this perfect music is the real spiritual attainment. You may ask, what is it that keeps man back from spiritual attainment? The answer is that it is the denseness of this material existence, and the fact that man is unconscious of his spiritual being, divided into limitations. This prevents that free flow and free movement which are the nature and character of life. What do I mean by this denseness? There is a rock, and you want to produce sound from it. It doesn't give resonance. It does not answer your desire to produce sound, but the string or wire will give an answer to the tone you want. You strike it and it answers. There are objects which give resonance to sound. You wish to produce a sound in them and they resound. They make your music complete. So it is with human nature. One person is heavy and dull. You tell him something he cannot understand. You speak to him, he will not hear. He will not respond to music, to beauty or to art. What is it? It is denseness. There's another person who is ready to appreciate and understand music and poetry or beauty in any form, in character, in manner, in every form. Beauty is appreciated by such a person. It is this which is the awakening of the soul, which is the living condition of the heart, and it is this which is the real spiritual attainment. Spiritual attainment is to make the spirit live, to become conscious. When man is not conscious of soul and spirit, and is only conscious of the material being, he stands, he is away from spirit. You may ask, what is spirit and what is matter? The difference between spirit and matter is as the difference between water and snow. Frozen water is snow, and melted snow is water. It is spirit in its denseness which we call matter. It is matter in its fineness which may be called spirit. Once a materialist said to me, I do not believe in any spirit or soul or hereafter. I believe in eternal matter. I say to him, your belief is not very different from mine. Only that which you call eternal matter I call spirit. It is a difference in terms. That is not a thing to dispute about, because we both believe in eternity. So long as we meet in eternity, what difference does it make if the one calls it matter and the other calls it spirit? It is one life from beginning to end. Beauty is born of harmony. What is harmony? Harmony is right proportion, in other words, right rhythm. And what is life? Life is outcome of harmony. At the back of the whole creation is harmony, and the whole secret of creation is harmony. Intelligence longs to attain to the perfection of harmony. What man calls happiness and comfort, or profit and gain, all he longs for and wishes to attain is harmony. In smaller or greater proportion he is longing for harmony. Even in attaining the most mundane things he always wishes for harmony. But often he does not adopt right methods. Often his methods are wrong. The object attained by both good and bad methods is the same. But the way one tries to attain it turns the object into the right or wrong. It is not the object which is wrong, it is the way one adopts to attain it. No one, whatever his station in life, wishes for disharmony, for all suffering, pain, and trouble are disharmony. To attain spirituality is to realize that the whole universe is one symphony in which every individual is one note. His happiness lies in becoming perfectly harmonious with the symphony of the universe. It is not following a certain religion that makes one spiritual, or having a certain belief, or being a fanatic in regard to one idea, or by becoming too good to live in this world. Many good people there are who do not even understand what spirituality means. They are very good, but they do not yet know what ultimate good is. Ultimate good is harmony itself. For instance, all the different principles and beliefs of the religions of this world thought and proclaimed by priests and teachers, but which men are not always able to follow and express, come naturally from the heart of man who attunes himself to the rhythm of the universe. His every action, every word he speaks, every feeling he has, every sentiment he expresses is all harmonious. It is all virtue. It is all religion. It is not following a religion. It is living a religion, making one's life a religion, which is necessary. Music is the miniature of the whole harmony of the universe. For the harmony of the universe is music itself, and man, being the miniature of the universe, must show the same harmony. In his pulsation, in the beat of his heart, and in his vibration he shows rhythm and tone, harmonious or inharmonious chords. His health or illness, his joy or discomfort, all show the music or lack of music in his life. What does music teach us? Music helps us to train ourselves in some way or other in harmony, and it is this which is magic, or the secret behind music. When you hear music that you enjoy, it tunes you and puts you in harmony with life. Therefore man needs music. He longs for music. Many say that they do not care for music, but these have not heard music. If they really hear music, it will touch their souls, and then certainly they cannot help loving it. If not, it only means that they have not heard music sufficiently and have not made their heart calm and quiet in order to listen to it, to enjoy it and appreciate it. Besides, music develops that faculty by which one learns to appreciate all that is good and beautiful. In the form of art and science, in the form of music and poetry, in every aspect of beauty one can then appreciate it. Besides, music develops that faculty by which one learns to appreciate all that is good and beautiful. In the form of art and science, in the form of music and poetry, in every aspect of beauty one can then appreciate it. What deprives man of all the beauty around him is his heaviness of body or heaviness of heart. He is pulled down to earth, and by that everything becomes limited. When he shakes off that heaviness and feels joyous, he feels light. All good tendencies such as gentleness and tolerance, forgiveness, love and appreciation, all these beautiful qualities come being light in mind, soul and body. Where does music come from? Where does the dance come from? It all comes from the natural spiritual life which is within. When that spiritual life springs forth, it lightens all the burdens that man has. It makes his life smooth, floating on the ocean of life. The faculty of appreciation makes one light. Life is just like the ocean. When there is no appreciation, no receptivity, man sinks like a piece of iron to the bottom of the sea. He cannot float like the boat which is hollow, which is receptive. The difficulty in the spiritual path is always what comes from ourselves. Man does not like to be a pupil, he likes to be a teacher. If man only knew that the greatness and the perfection of the great ones who have come from time to this world was in their pupilship and not in teaching. The greater the teacher, the better pupil he was. He learned from everyone, the great and the lowly, the wise and the foolish, the old and the young. He learned from their lives and studied human nature in all its aspects. The one who learns to treat the spiritual path must become as an empty cup in order that the wine of music and harmony may be poured down into his heart. You may ask, how can one become an empty cup? I shall tell you how cups show themselves filled instead of being empty. Often a person comes to me and says, "Here I am, can you help me spiritually?" And I answer yes. But then he says, "I want to know first of all what you think about life and death, or about the beginning and the end, and then I wonder what his attitude will be if his previously convinced opinion does not agree with mine. He wants to learn, yet he does not want to be empty. That means going to the stream of water with one's cup covered up, wanting the water, and yet the cup is closed, filled with preconvinced ideas. Where have the preconvinced ideas come from? No idea can be called one's own. All ideas have been learned from one source or another, but in the same time one comes to think that they are one's own. For these ideas one will argue and dispute, although they do not satisfy fully. At the same time they are one's battleground, and all the time they will keep the cup covered up. Mystics therefore have adopted a different way. They have learned a different course, and that course is self-assessment, or in other words, unlearning what one has learned. They say in the East that the first thing that is learned is to understand how to become a pupil. They do not first learn what God is or what life is. The first thing to learn is how to become a pupil. One may think that in this way one loses one's individuality. But what is individuality? Is it not that which is collected? What are one's ideas and opinions? They are just collected knowledge. This should be unlearned. How can one unlearn? You would say that the character of the mind is such that what one learns is engraved deep in it. And how then can one unlearn it? Unlearning is completing knowledge. To see a person and say, that person is wicked, that is learning. To see further and recognize something good in that person, that is unlearning. When you see the goodness in someone whom you called wicked, you have unlearned. You have unraveled the knot. You have once said, I hate that person, that is learning. And then you say, oh no, I can like him, or I can pity him. When you say that, you have seen with two eyes. First you learn by seeing with one eye, then you learn to see with two eyes. That makes sight complete. All that we have learned in this world is partial knowledge, and when this is uprooted by another point of view, then we have knowledge in its completed form. That is called mysticism. Why is it called mysticism? Because it cannot be put into words. Words will show us one side of it, but the other side is beyond words. The whole manifestation is duality, the duality which makes us intelligent, and behind the duality is unity. If we do not rise beyond duality and go towards unity, we do not attain the perfection which is called spirituality. This does not mean that our learning is of no use. It is of great use. It gives us the power of discrimination and of discerning differences. This makes the intelligence sharp and the sight keen, so that we understand the value of things and their use. It is all part of human evolution, and all is useful, so we must learn first and unlearn afterwards. You do not look first at the sky when you are standing on the earth. First look at the earth and see what it offers you to learn and to observe, but at the same time do not think that your life's purpose is fulfilled by looking only at the earth. The fulfillment of one's life purpose is in looking at the sky. What is wonderful about music is that it helps man to concentrate or meditate independently of thought. Therefore, music seems to be the bridge over the gulf between the form and the formless. If there is anything intelligent, effective and at the same time formless, it is music. Poetry suggests form, line and color suggest form, but music suggests no form. Music also produces that resonance which vibrates through the whole being. It lifts the thought above the denseness of matter. It almost turns matter into spirit, into its original condition, through the harmony of vibrations touching every atom of one's whole being. Beauty of line and color can go so far and no further. The joy of fragrance can go a little further. Music touches our innermost being and in that way produces new life, a life that gives exaltation to the whole being, raising it to that perfection in which lies the fulfillment of man's life. Thanks for staying tuned. If you liked the reading, give me a like and a subscription, and very importantly, leave me a comment so I know if you liked the video and where I can improve and make even better videos for you. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you very much. And then I would say that we will see us the next time. Until soon.